Jeff, talk about your progress during the spring from practice 1 through 15. How did it go for you?
It was tremendous progress. Well, one thing that was different, of course, starting off was the weight loss. And another thing, just the ball get-offs and using the hands and just a lot of things that, the normal D lineman have to just continue to critique, and work over his craft. So it got better and better.
How much quicker are you now with less weight?
Quicker.
But can you tell a real noticeable difference when you're out there?
Oh yes, you can tell the noticeable difference because just running to the ball, you sacking wind, come quicker. So it's a big difference.
How'd you feel like you played Saturday?
I think I played okay. I think there's a lot of things we can get better on. And I think for the spring, just being the spring practice, I think it went great for everybody overall. Especially the D-line overall. But we still got a long way to go. But we're in April right now, and once we just keep working and everything keep going okay, I think by September, everything will be gelled and we'll be all right.
How important from what you've been here a while now is this time coming up between now and August?
Very, very important. Just from the chemistry standpoint, the leadership stepping up. Guys taking over in the position rooms and bringing it all together. This is going to determine your season, I think. Your spring, you work on a new defense and offense, all that stuff. But I think this determines, because this just shows who really wants it. Who come in there and work tremendous, hard with Coach Yachts in the weight room, and who come in there like they mentioned today. It should be from this point to the time we get back in pads. Coach Yachts should be kicking guys out the weight room. He should be telling guys not to come out and work out on the field. You should just show us collective effort as a group. How bad do you want it? I think once we see that, and that go in the right direction, then you're gonna feel pretty good about yourself going into the fall camp.
You have to explain to these young guys that voluntary doesn't really mean voluntary.
Right. It's all about commitment, and anything you do, you got to be committed. And I think it's all about commitment, and you just got to. We all on one page.
With as many injuries as you've had along the defensive line this spring, still playing to the level that you had, the level that we saw at A-Day, feel once everybody comes back healthy in the fall, you could be pretty special this season?
Right, and that's the goal. And to be special, you got to do all the things that a lot of people don't want to do. You got to work hard over and over and over. You got to just stay on each other, hold each other accountable. You got to be each other kind of coach. Like to this point, since his coaches and all that's going to be gone. So you just got to stay on each other. And I think with the D-line it's an easy transition since we've been around each other for so long. And so the only thing it is this summer, for the freshmen or whatever coming in, just to get them gelled in and understand that this is the way we do it around here. And if we can't do it this way, it's not right. So the deal is for just as a defensive line, is to hold each other accountable and just get better with that.
What did you see from Angelo and Devontae and Jabron, those young guys this spring?
I saw improvement. I saw attention to detail, more. And this because it's a big jump for them. This freshman year, sophomore year. Some say one of the biggest jumps. You're gonna have your freshman and your sophomore year. And but one thing they have to understand is they can't just pat themselves on the back for the spring or whatever. They have to just keep going up and keep working and never get complacent. I think this business, this game, you never get complacent with this, and you just got to keep working hard.
Your job as an older guy to make sure they understand that?
Yes, sir. That is my job, and I got to do my job better, and I will, and try to pick it up.
Being short a couple defensive tackles this spring, I guess you got plenty of reps out there.
Yes, I did. It was okay. It's nothing to it. Like I said, it's football. The physical is physical. That's like I give an analogy. That's how most of us learned. Wanted to play the game. It was physical. You go out there, hit somebody, and so it was nothing for me. It's just like a little boy in the candy store.
You think you guys made a lot of progress as an entire defense from the start of practice to the finish?
I think we did. I think we did. You know, I think everybody's buying into it, and I think once we, you know, we start working on the fundamental things more, and the leverage, and you know, the hands for everybody, and the eyes, and cut back the mental errors and all that stuff. We're gonna be all right.
After the entire spring under Van Gorder, you got a better idea of what his expectations are and what you can expect going into fall camp.
Right. Coach Van Gorder is a high enthusiasm guy, and he wanted it done the right way, like anybody would, and we respect that, and that was one of his deals, was just making sure that you trust him. And I'm just gonna put you in the right position. You just play the defense and trust what he calling and everything. And everything's gonna be all right. And so that was a big deal for us. And I think we're buying into it, and we understanding that, you know, if I just play this B gap and he play this A gap and he make this right field, I think everything's gonna be all right. So we just gotta keep working on that. We're not there yet, but we just gotta keep working on it.